Hello guys. So here are the solutions to ZAT practice test 3 posted in the Telegram group. Question number 1. In Europe, football, otherwise known as soccer, is the most popular sport by several orders of magnitude. Whereas in America, so we have a contrast sign here. Whereas in America, fandom is a fairly evenly dashed among a few different sports. So we are looking for a word which means distributed. In Europe, football is most popular. It is more popular than other sports, but in America, fandom is evenly shared or evenly distributed among different sports. Correct answer, apportioned, the closest in meaning to the word distribution, distributed. Please note, even fandom is evenly enjoyed among a few different sports would not make sense. Even enjoyment is a linguistically incorrect expression. Even distribution is a linguistically fine expression. Okay. Question number 2. The astrophysicist argues that our books and films about interstellar space travel are a form of mass dash, and we have a support sign. So the idea continues, and that only a miracle on a scale heretofore unseen could allow human being to voyage to even the closest star in another solar system. The idea is simple. The author wants to uh, assert that only a miracle can make us travel the space. Therefore, the books and films about space travel are a delusion, mass delusion. They are misleading. They are only, full of fantasies. Okay, in that sense, they are fantastic. Correct answer, delusion, full of fantasy. Question number 3. Peculiarly enough, please note, the question starts with a contrast sign. Why do I say contrast? What is peculiar? Strange. Or if author starts with the word strange or peculiar, it simply means that the two parts do not cohere. So the two parts of the sentence, the two ideas are not going to be coherent, congruent. They are going to contradict. So peculiarly enough, Shakespeare has been often dashed as the best English language playwright. Maybe we are looking for a word praised. So he is praised as the best English playwright. Don't forget, we need a contrast. We have a contrast sign here, peculiarly enough. So he's praised, and at the same time, he's often dashed as a man lacking the education to write those plays. So he's often, mocked at, maybe, or he is often, dismissed as a man lacking the education. For the first blank, we need something which is similar in meaning to praised. Crowned would do, stigmatized would not, castigated would not, touted would also do. Touted is advertised as. So Shakespeare is often, hailed or touted as the best English playwright would also be correct. Second blank, we needed something which is close in meaning to mocked, as a man lacking the education, or dismissed. Okay. So between AD and E, dismissed would do. Now, these two options, demonized and castigated, if a man lacks the education to write plays, you are not going to call him a demon. You are not going to call him a bad man, nor are you going to castigate him or criticize him publicly and harshly. Okay, so you lack education to write those plays. You're not going to tell it, publicly or harshly enough. Therefore, these are extreme. Both of them are extreme options. The softest and the most gentle option that we have is dismissed. He's on the one hand, he's praised as the best English playwright. On the other hand, he's often dismissed as a man lacking the education to write those plays. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. Number 4, although the sentence starts with a contrast sign again, although it was not another negative, although it was not the university's policy to do something with the authority of faculty. Okay. The second part is going to be a contradiction. The president felt that the professor's comment regarding affirmative action could not remain dash, another negative. Whenever you have multiple negatives in a sentence, please, before you answer the question, the original question, try to take a simpler example. Try to write down the basic structure of that this sentence. Although not X, comma, not Y. So this is the basic structure of this sentence. Although not X, comma, not Y. And now try to figure out the relationship between X and Y, logical relationship between X and Y. So although not randomly, let's try to plug in a word at random. Let's say, although not intelligent, although he is not intelligent, he is not dash. Achha. Although he is not intelligent, he is not foolish either. So we are looking for antonym. Once you know the relationship between the two blanks, it is easy to answer the question. We are looking for a pair of antonyms. So if it was not the university's policy to curb the authority of its faculty on this particular occasion, they felt that their authority or these comments could not remain uncurbed or unchallenged. And to the contrary, if it was not the university's policy to defend the authority of its faculty on this occasion, they felt that professor's comment could not remain undefended. Which means the comments had to be defended on this occasion. They could not remain undefended. So we are looking for either curb and unchallenged, or defend and undefended. We are looking for a pair of antonyms. Defend and unavailed are not antonyms. Ruminate and unchallenged are not antonyms. Ruminate means to think. Undermine and assert are not antonyms, not exact antonyms anyway. Undermine and unchallenged is what we are looking for, therefore. Defend and unchallenged are synonyms rather than antonyms. Okay. So please note how I solved the previous question. I first tried to simplify the sentence structure, fill a random word, understand the relation between the two blanks, and then look for a pair of synonyms or antonyms, whatever the case. All right. In order to defend downloading music illegally, it's necessary to engage in a bit of ethical dash. Please understand, you're trying to defend illegal download of music. Therefore, you have to be ethically manipulative. It's necessary to engage in a bit of ethical manipulation or liberty, ethical liberty. If you want to defend illegal download of music, you have to engage in a bit of ethical liberty. You are taking ethics for granted, maybe. So ethical manipulation or ethical liberty. So contortion means twist. You are twisting the ethics. Okay. Manipulating the ethics would do. Leniency would also do. Ethical leniency. Okay. Probity would not do. Probity means honesty. So ethical honesty would be opposite to what we need here. While it is true that traditional record labels dash their artists, demanding indefensibly large percentages of their profits. Now, if they are demanding, if the record labels are demanding indefensibly large percentage of their profit, they are exploiting the artists. So the word we need here is exploit. Okay, swindle. Swindle means to rob, basically. लूटना किसी को. Swindle would do. Disabuse means to clear someone's wrong notions, wrong ideas, not what we are looking for. Deluge means overabundance of something. They're exploiting their artists. They're not, inundating them or flooding them with money. So it is pretty much the opposite to what we need. Options A and B remain. So while it is true that traditional record labels exploit their artists, demanding indefensibly large percentage of their profits, downloading a song illegally is equally exploitative in nature. The word equally acts as a support sign, so it tells us that we need a synonym for the word exploit. So exploitative. Downloading illegal music is equally exploitative. Therefore, justifiable can't be the answer. Correct answer, unconscionable, option A. Number 6. The fact that average life expectancy 10,000 years ago was so much shorter than it is now is often dashed as evidence. So it is often presented as evidence. Cited would do. Cited would do. Disregarded, no. Embodied as evidence, linguistically incorrect. Touted as evidence, okay, maybe, we don't know. Touted is advertised as evidence, maybe, we don't know. So let's keep these three for the while. ACE. So the shorter life expectancy is often cited as evidence, presented as evidence, supporting the notion that the world always improves with time. However, if you dash for the fact that most children in that epoch died in childbirth, okay, so if you take this fact into account, into calculation is something that author wants to say. So if you account for the fact, if you consider this fact, if you account for the fact, prepare for the fact would not make sense. If you correct for the fact, okay, so if you take it into account, if you correct for the fact, that would do. And E would also do. So C and E still remain. If you account for the fact that most children in that epoch died in childbirth, it turns out that life expectancy back then was nearly the same as it is now. On a dash note, it also turns out that many barbaric hunter-gatherers were taller on average than the average person now living. Now this, the last part, is clearly irrelevant, or it goes off on a different tangent. It is irrelevant to the part above. A new idea is introduced altogether. Earlier we were talking of shorter life expectancy, and here author suddenly starts talking of the ancient men being taller than us. Therefore, we should say on a separate note, on a different note, on a tangential note, if you know the word. Correct answer, therefore, this option C. Now, how do we know that author finds this fact interesting? There's no evidence in the text to suggest that author finds this fact that the ancient men were taller than us today. Author finds this fact interesting. There's no tangible evidence. And in text completion questions, you always mark the answer for which you have tangible evidence available within the text. So Not the answer. This could be our interpretation, but we don't have an evidence from author's text to justify this particular word. Interesting. But we clearly see here that the first point was about life expectancy. The second point is about height, which are unrelated ideas. Therefore, we can simply say that this is a different note on a tangential note. Okay. Number 7, on an aptitude test in 1986, an argument posited that the possibility of conducting banking transactions from home was as likely as flying cars. So it was, not a very likely proposition. In 1986, it was said that an argument that today sounds ridiculous. Why? Because there's a contrast. This today tells you that this argument has become unreasonable today, ridiculous today. Um, Correct answer, preposterous, because today we are making banking transactions online. We also have flying cars, by the way. Okay. By the way, this word prescient means able to predict the future. Full of foresight. Foresightful. Pre means beforehand. Science is a root word for knowledge. So if you are prescient, you have knowledge of something beforehand, which is something we don't need here. Paradoxical, there is no paradox in this argument. Presumptuous would mean too bold, maybe rudely bold. The argument is not rude. Preposterous means ridiculous, preposterous. And pithy means concise, short. Common words, all of them. That may test your vocabulary. In fact, it does almost every year with at least 3-4 questions which are based on vocab. So you must know the common words at least. Napoleon is, of course, most famous for his military triumphs, but his innovative code of law had a subtler but more dash impact. As, so we have a support sign. He's explaining this word. His code of law had dash impact, subtle but dash impact, as its principles strongly influenced legal codes well into the 20th century. Okay. So basically it had a long lasting impact, because well into the 20th century also, his code of law influenced other codes of law well into the 20th century. So we are looking for long lasting impact. Enduring is the answer. Renowned is popular. We're not talking about popularity, but longevity, long lasting impact. Okay. Number 9, many dash people feared for the life of Ronald Reagan, because since 1840, every president elected in a year ending in 0 had died in office. Now, what is it? What is this? Every president who was elected in a year ending in 0 had died in office. This is outright superstition. Therefore, what type of people would fear for the life of this man? Only superstitious people would, who believe in such superstitions. Correct answer C. Some of you might have marked D, which was a tempting choice, but we don't have any tangible evidence to suggest that caring people will fear for his life. We don't see caring people. The logic of the sentence is that This man was elected in 1840, and whoever was elected in a year ending in 0 died in office. That is why what kind of people feared, who believed in all these, occurrences or superstitions. That would complete the logic of the sentence. Known for her humorous but acerbic wit, the fashion doyen commented in her usual simultaneously dash and dash manner. Well, simultaneously in this context suggests a contrast, or two qualities which she was known for, X and Y simultaneously. Please note, we already have our keywords. She was known for her humorous but acerbic wit. So she must have commented in her usual style, which means full of humor. We are looking for a word for the first blank, which means funny, and the second blank, acerbic, which is bitter. So her simultaneously funny and bitter manner. Slanderous, considerate goes out. Amusing, yes. Hysterical, no. Serious, no. Amusing, yes. Caustic, yes. Correct answer, option D. Again, some of you might have used their own perception and logic here to mark the word sexist, because they think, okay, the latter part says the women dressed like men and men dressed like boys is a sexist comment. No, nobody's asking uh, about your feelings about this comment. The idea of the sentence will be completed only if these two words, synonyms for these two words, are plugged into these blanks. Because what we see here is, in her usual characteristic manner she commented, and her style, her manner had two qualities. It was given to us, humor and acer. Humor and acer, uh, basically acridness or bitterness. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Coming Hope you enjoyed, guys. More coming up soon. Bye bye. All the best. Hope you enjoyed, guys. More coming up soon. Keep practicing, keep improving. Bye bye.